It's Michael. I'm Maseki Gutierrez, and I'm the author of this book, Jummy the Turtle. I'd like to read you this story. Jummy was a little turtle that was always jealous and wanted everything his friends had. Jummy was very envious also. Jummy lived in a little hut with his mother and father. Jummy had filled his little hut with toys that he collected. If a friend had a toy, he had to have one just like it. Jummy's room was filled to the roof with all his toys. One day he ran into a little rabbit named Michael at the park. The little rabbit had on torn clothes and a big hole in his shoe. Jummy thought it was funny. He laughed to himself and thought, what kind of clothes are those? Jummy always had nice clothes. Jummy, why are you wearing a torn shirt? Why do you have a hole in your shoe? Michael, the little rabbit, said, my father is out of work and I have one sister and two brothers who my parents have to care for. Wow, you have a big family, Jummy said. Jummy, little Michael said, you have nice clothes and a new turtle shell and lots of toys. How can you be so happy? Jummy said, yes, I guess I am lucky. All of a sudden, Jummy said, Michael, I have watched you from my window many times, hopping around and laughing. How can you be so happy when you have nothing? Little Michael said, I have Jesus. He wakes me up every morning, blesses me daily. I see all the beautiful things God has made, the trees, rivers, grass, and I get to fish every day after school. Jummy, I don't need everything to be happy. Jummy and little Michael played for a little while and hide and seek for a while. Before long it was time to go home. They both said goodbye and agreed to meet the next day. When Jummy got home, he had a hard time getting in the door. Toys were everywhere, and he had to move his toys to get in the door. Jummy looked around and said to himself, this is too much. He started playing with his toys and realized the toys didn't make him as happy as he thought they would. Then he thought of little Michael and how happy he was without toys. Jummy went to his mom and told his mom about little Michael and asked if he could give some of his toys to Michael. Jummy told his mom about Jesus and how little Michael was happy. Jummy's mom said, it's more blessed to give than to receive. So he gathered up the toys and put them in a big wheelbarrow and went to little Michael's house. He knocked on the door. Little Michael peeked out and saw Jummy and the toys. He opened the door and came out with his little sister and two brothers. Jummy looked at Michael and said, I brought these for you and your brothers and sister. Wow, they all said, thanks. Jummy, I love this doll, said Michael, little sister. The other two boys said, Jummy, you're the best. Jummy felt his heart swell. It left him with a great feeling, and he had a big smile. I like this, he said to himself. Jummy had to go home, but he did learn it's better to give than to receive. The end.